big box stores are humming loud, a manufactured cheer for the modern crowd. But I'm tracking mud across the worn oak floor and stacking boxes I haven't touched since before. Before the year the paint peeled off the railing, before the simple faith started failing, I'm untangling strings of cheap electric red that look like arteries when they're draped across the bed. And the ghost of pine sap clings to the drywall, smelling like the memory of it all. It wasn't velvet, it wasn't gold, it was threadbare magic years ago and cold. Just the flicker of a single dented ornament, and the way the cheap acoustic guitar lament filled the spaces where the silence might have stung. We didn't need the carols to be sung, just the static hush before the needle found its groove in that low amber glow, gentle proof of 40 watts of winter light. Found that old record sleeve today, the one we played to chase the cold away. It wasn't Bing Crosby or some choir of renown, it was Dad's scratched copy of Blue Turned Down. He said the minor keys kept the wolves at bay better than some saccharine holiday. And the crackle on track 5, I still hear it sometimes, a skip drum beat keeping perfect time. It played the background of burnt sugar smells, paper chains we made ourselves. It wasn't velvet, it wasn't gold, it was threadbare magic years ago and cold. Just the flicker of a single dented ornament, and the way the cheap acoustic guitar lament filled the spaces where the silence might have stung. We didn't need the carols to be sung, just a static hush before the needle found its groove in that low amber glow, gentle proof of 40 watts of winter light. Now I can't afford the 1,000 tiny bulbs, the ones that mimic candlelight and soul. Problem of darkness with a hefty price tag, but I miss the quiet desperation and the light between the turning of the dial and the first sweet sound, when we were grateful for what little we had found. That small house held the whole horizon, we didn't worry if the world might end. I'm sitting here with the tree half dressed, trying to capture that sweet uncomplicated rest, and I keep turning off the blinding modern strands, just to remember the warmth held in those hands, and that low, low glow, 40 watts of winter light. Burning slow, burning slow. The air in the attic is thin and cold, smells like cedar shavings and stories half told. I pull the rubber bin marked fragile, do not tip. The tape gives way with a low dry rip, and here they are, the ghosts of our past, tinsel strands that were meant to last, a cardboard deer with one broken horn, looking weary and beautifully worn. I'm not chasing snow or wishing for gold, just that specific shade of quiet that the memory holds. It's the ghost of a feeling this season brings back, a warmth I can't plug in or purchase on track, or to recapture that lowland glow from 25 Decembers ago. The string of clear bulbs is tangled up tight, half of them dead, refusing the light. They lie across the box like old fishing line, next to the faded blue photo in 1989. I remember the kitchen radio humming a strange B-side, the scent of flower where the window pane dried, Mom humming off key, the fire sinking low, and the shadows stretching out past the threshold slow. I'm not chasing snow or wishing for gold, just that specific shade of quiet that the memory holds. It's the ghost of a feeling this season brings back, a warmth I can't plug in or purchase on track, oh, to recapture that lowland glow from 25 Decembers ago. We try to rewind the tape to the moment of grace, to fit expectation back into that place, but the voltage is different when the faces are gone and the simple joy is replaced by the dawn of realizing that simple things break for the sake of the years that time has to take. You can buy new ornaments, shiny and steep, but the ghost of the light are the promises we keep. I gently unhook a bell made of lead, the one we used to hang right above Dad's head. It doesn't ring now, just clicks, metallic and low, a silent reminder of how fast the years flow. I wrap the threadbare velvet back up in tissue, handling the weight of everything I miss you. The attic door closes on dust and regret, just the sound of the window glass settling yet. Maybe next year I'll just light one candle plain white and call that enough December light, and call that enough. The station wagon shuddered past the mailbox, rusted clean. Another year has banked the fire of the time that lies between. And the porch light throws a yellow halo on the chipped and frozen paint, where the memory of perfect sugar cookies makes a weary saint. The floorboards groan beneath my weight, the furnace coughed and caught, and everything here smells of attic air and lessons dearly bought. The radio is playing something tinny, bright and loud, but I'm standing silent in the center of a temporary crowd. And I'm searching for the ghost of Christmas, when the glow was true and deep, before the weight of everything you promised was a secret that you keep. It's not the snow outside the pane or the ribbon spun in gold, it's just the sound of two slow heartbeats in a house that's getting old. Oh, I'm digging through the pine needle dust and hoping I still might find the filament that powered that one perfect, fragile life. Found the box behind the coats, marked ornaments, year 83, held shut with curling masking tape, whispering history. There's the one my sister made, a ceramic chip that's cracked and brown, held together with cheap glitter that the years won't let fall down. I didn't choose the silver star or the glass ball painted blue, but the mismatched flicker of the bulbs we always struggled through. We never had the flawless tree they show you in the magazines, just tangled wires and burnt out strands and faded hopeful scenes. And I'm searching for the ghost of Christmas, when the glow was true and deep, before the weight of everything you promised was a secret that you keep. It's not the snow outside the pane or the ribbon spun in gold, it's just the sound of two slow heartbeats in a house that's getting old. Oh, I'm digging through the pine needle dust and hoping I still might find the filament that powered that one perfect, fragile light. Maybe the silence is the gift when the frenzy starts to cease and the noise of wanting fades into a hollow, quiet peace. The present is an underwrapping paper, taut and bright. It's just the fact we made it back to stand here in this light. We held this tired, common space while the years spun down the drain, and we didn't need a miracle to make the feeling stay. Just the filament that powered, just the sound of breathing deep, just the promise that you keep, the smell of dust and dying pine, and knowing that you're still entirely mine. The 3 a.m. Greyhound coughs exhaust onto the curb. The same cracked asphalt I left back in neon sign above the diner flickers on the word. Always a tired promise worn down by the time. And the corner clock is still 3 minutes fast, ticking like a thread. I pull the collar of my father's old coat tight. The whole street smells like pine and concrete and regret. Underneath the thin blue filter of the street light, it's December's quiet hum, a frequency I can't outrun. These lights are strung up tight, but they don't hold the warmth they held tonight. Just an echo in the hallway where the memory used to stand, a ghost in the geometry of this familiar land, waiting for a whisper that the season can't supply, while the rest of the world goes rushing by. I found the record player dusted underneath the stairs and put the old burlap scratchy vinyl on. The static hiss is louder than the carols now it wears the silence down, marking where the real sound is gone. I remember you would measure every strand of tinsel bright, insisting that the shimmer had to catch the ceiling fan. You taught me how to find the star and hang it just right, holding up the whole cold winter in the palm of your hand. It's December's quiet hum, a frequency I can't outrun. These lights are strung up tight, but they don't hold the warmth they held tonight. Just an echo in the hallway where the memory used to stand, a ghost in the geometry of this familiar land, waiting for a whisper that the season can't supply, while the rest of the world goes rushing by. They say you shouldn't grieve when the calendar demands a smile, that hope should bloom like forced hyacinths in the cold. But how do you realign a heart after a mile, when the story that defined the winter can't be told? It's not the packages or the ribbons that I crave, it's just the empty space where the heavy laughter used to ring, the silent chair beside the mantelpiece we couldn't sit. It's December's quiet hum, a frequency I can't outrun. These lights are strung up tight, but they don't hold the warmth they held tonight. Just an echo in the hallway where the memory used to stand, a ghost in the geometry of this familiar land, waiting for a whisper that the season can't supply, while the rest of the world goes rushing by. Just a needle dragging on the inner groove now, the sound of acceptance somehow, a cold cup of tea sitting on the windowsill. Everything is perfectly quiet and perfectly still. In December's quiet hum, I guess I'm home. Headlights cut the falling snow just past the rusted mailbox slow. The porch light is the same weak yellow glow. It was 15 years ago. The cold air smells of wood smoke and retreat, dust in the cracks in the cracked concrete street. It's the quiet kind of dark that blankets sound, where memory is the only thing profound. I found the kitchen key beneath the ceramic deer, and every lock turning feels like shedding a year. The scent of pine needles, brittle and dried, where the ghosts of old laughter still try to hide. We built a fortress out of pine needles and twine against the long dark stretch of the calendar line, and the silence in the wallpaper hums a hymn. The window pane is frozen from the inside out and dim. It's not the feast we wait for, the bells that chime. It's just the steady ticking of remembered time in this fragile wooden frame, held together by the cold and the stories we were never brave enough to be told. I pulled the string on the bulb above the stairs and startled up a dozen hidden prayers. Found the box of lights in the attic dust, frail wires held together by a trust. The ones that glowed amber, not blue and sharp, by the needles scratching on the portable harp that played Bing Crosby muffled and low. I miss the sound of mama's easy rhythm, you know. I run my finger down the height marks on the door, trying to trace the person I don't feel anymore. The ghost of sticky varnish and chipped enamel paint, a faded echo of a teenage saint. We built a fortress out of pine needles and twine against the long dark stretch of the calendar line, and the silence in the wallpaper hums a hymn. The window pane is frozen from the inside out and dim. It's not the feast we wait for or the bells that chime. It's just the steady ticking of remembered time in this fragile wooden frame, held together by the cold and the stories we were never brave enough to be told. I keep looking for footprints leading to the door of the person I thought I was maybe a decade before. But the snow is too deep now, the trail has gone cold. Maybe we just get handed new stories when the old ones unfold. Maybe the miracle isn't in finding the light, but in knowing which candle to leave burning through the night. Just enough flame to see the frost collect on the sill, know that what's broken holds the quiet still. Just the slow drip, drip of the melted ice, paying the quiet, familiar holiday price. The sun will rise thin, pale and slow on the dust of December and the settling snow. The settling snow. All gleam on the borrowed truck and the highway dream. I took the last exit marked hometown west and felt that old familiar pressure on my chest. The street lights wear halos thin and gray, like promises we made and couldn't keep away. The maples look smaller than I remember them at 10, and I'm just tracing lines I learned way back then. And I keep driving past the houses lit up bright, searching for the wattage of a long lost night. I'm looking for the ghost light of December on the sill, the spinning world stand still. But the memory's a mirror, warped by time and speed. I only find the echo of what I truly need. The key still hides beneath the chip brick jar. It smells like cedar and dust when I push the heavy door. The tree is standing crooked, just the way it always did, hiding a broken ornament Mom has always hid. And Dad is on the sofa, wrapped up in his wool. He tells the same old story about the frozen swimming pool. We sip the spice cider, pretending that we haven't aged, just flipping through the same dog-eared familiar page. And I keep driving past the houses lit up bright, searching for the whitage of a long-lost night. I'm looking for the ghost light of December on the sill, that quiet little hum that made the spinning world stand still. But the memory's a mirror, warped by time and speed. I only find the echo of what I truly need. It wasn't the gifts I waited for, or the snow in the yard. It was the brief, impossible feeling that nothing here was hard. It was a simple, sturdy notion that we were rooted deep, while the rest of the world outside was just learning how to sleep. And now I realize the only thing that changes when I leave is the kind of fragile truth I'm willing to believe. But I keep driving past the houses lit up bright, searching for the whitage of a long-lost night. I'm looking for the ghost light of December on the sill, the quiet little hum that made the spinning world stand still. But the memory's a mirror, warped by time and speed. I only find the echo of what I truly need. Something quiet and low, a song that everybody here already knows. And the little bulb they left on in the window pane will burn until the morning. And the heavy winter rain, it'll burn until the morning. Just the light and the silence, the drive was 9 hours of static and gray, the kind of winter sky that steals the breath away. I parked the truck and saw the porch light dim, that single yellow bulb that always looked like him. The lock still sticks at a quarter turn, and the scent of pine needles that nobody can burn is mixed with the faint ghost of wood smoke and moth, hiding deep in the antique tablecloth. It's just this house built higher than the hill, where the ghosts of Christmas past are standing still. And And I remember 17 and all the things I swore. I wouldn't wait a year to tell you anymore. But the fire knows the rhythm, and the chairs are worn the same, and the silence carries every single name. My uncle's lights are strung too high again, just a tangled constellation meant to compensate for when the lowest branches started turning brown too soon. I found the small clay angel that I made that afternoon, back when I was 7, heavy-handed and absurd, hanging right beside a note written in your hand, unspoken word. It said, don't forget the warmth beneath the glass. I guess some lessons simply never pass. It's just this house built higher than the hill, where the ghosts of Christmas past are standing still. And I remember 17 and all the things I swore. I wouldn't wait a year to tell you anymore. But the fire knows the rhythm, and the chairs are worn the same, and the silence carries every single name. We used to think the cheer was in the noise, in the rustle of the paper, the shiny fleeting toys, but time just strips the polish off the veneer, and you find the holy simple thing held here. It's the way the shadow falls upon the wall, while the furnace kicks and answers every call, and the wrapping paper stacks are getting thinner every year, but the reason that we gather still feels clear. The fire knows the rhythm, the chairs are worn the same, and the silence carries every single name. Just a quiet light in the attic window, slowly fading soft and slow. One more year, down here, down here.
Porch light wore a halo of brown moths long deceased. Just above the wreath my mother hung a ribbon frayed and creased. I tried the kitchen latch the way I have since 1994, and the cedar floorboard screamed hello right when I crossed the door. The air inside is thick with pine and old citrus rind, a familiar pattern etched upon the frame of my own mind. But I am 20 years of roads and cities in between, and I stand inside this memory, just watching the scene. And the season turns the key, unlocks the hidden ache, was certain it would make. We string the same tired lights across the mantelpiece, trying to hold the year together, begging time to cease. This Christmas it just measures the distance I have flown, a beautiful temporary structure that I've outgrown. Dad is in his armchair, the one with the worn-out springs. He's listening to the static hum the radio brings. He doesn't ask me where I've been or why I stayed away. Just hands me a chipped mug of coffee, steaming up the day. He says the clock is fast again, I need to climb and fix it. I see the silver in his hair, the fear that he will miss it, the simple fragile balance of this fragile fading space, where every ornament holds weight and time has lost the race. And the season turns the key, unlocks the hidden ache, for the promises the past was certain it would make. We string the same tired lights across the mantelpiece, trying to hold the year together, begging time to cease. This Christmas it just measures the distance I have flown, a beautiful temporary structure that I've outgrown. Maybe home is less about the square footage or the name, and more about the willingness to step into the flame, to see the wrinkles on the tablecloth and love the way they lie, to know the things you chase outside will never satisfy, because the real magic lives in how the dust rests on the pane, and the certainty that nothing pure will ever truly stay the same. And the season turns the key, unlocks the hidden ache, for the compromises the present finally has to make. We string the same tired lights across the mantelpiece, trying to hold the year together, begging time to cease. This Christmas it just measures the distance I have flown, a beautiful temporary structure that is now my own. The radiator sighs, the sound that always brings me back, a low metallic comfort found along this beaten track. I watch the glow beneath the door, I watch the shadows crawl, and for one quiet night I stop trying to have it all. I just listen for the silence, I just listen for the silence.
The air is thick with old dust and pine, and the cheap fall tinsel we strung out on the line. We bought this tree too late, it sheds a needle shower, fragile kingdom for a single quiet hour. The window pane is fog with yesterday's breath, and the old radiator takes a low sound like death. But the vinyl's spinning low, a scratch on the song, telling us we belong, telling us we belong. And we let the 40-watt start tonight. It's just enough glow to forget the cold outside. We're carving peace from the incandescent light, where all the sharp edges fade and gently hide. It's a temporary truce with the world we inherit. This small worn-out joy, this quiet spirit. I pull the box of brittle ornaments down, wrapped up in comics from a long-gone town. There's the one your mother painted, gold on the clay. A little heavier every year we mark the day. You pointed out the bulb that burned out last week, a single dark space where the memory used to speak. We laughed about the time we tried to string the lights high, and swore we could see that moment frozen in your eye. And we lit the 40-watt star tonight. It's just enough glow to forget the cold outside. We're carving peace from the incandescent light, where all the sharp edges fade and gently hide. It's a temporary truce with the world we inherit. This small worn-out joy, this quiet spirit. The city is running on adrenaline and speed, buying up the promise of every single need. But the magic isn't in the rush or the cellophane wrapper. It's in the slow, familiar rhythm of the dust trapper. It's just the sound of two people breathing low, watching the shadows sway and softly grow, knowing that this specific humble grace won't ever be replaced. Star tonight. It's just enough glow to forget the cold outside. We're carving peace from the incandescent light, where all the sharp edges fade and gently hide. It's a temporary truce with the world we inherit. This small worn-out joy, this quiet spirit. Cold comes back in the morning. I know that much is true. But for now, the hum of the fridge and the light shining through, the 40-watt star still shining, still shining for you. The attic stair groans underneath my weight. It's been 10 years since I left this state, but the cedar dust remembers my hand as I pull the latch on the promised land. It's just a box tied up with twine and tape, but inside there's no room for escape from the ghosts that gather when the year gets short and memories hold court. And it's the hum of that old flood glow that takes me back 20 years ago. The sapphire string tangled tight since '94, illuminating things that matter more than the rush in the calendar page. Just a perfect stillness in an empty stage, a crooked tree and the floorboards cold, the simple beauty that refuses to grow. I remember when the branches barely bent beneath the weight of borrowed sentiment. We didn't have the matching ornaments then, just construction paper and broken fountain pens. Dad tried to hide the frayed spots with tinsel gold, a story of survival quietly told. We'd wait up late listening for the sound of the only train that ran through this town. And it's the hum of that old flawed glow that takes me back 20 years ago. The sapphire string tangled tight since '94, illuminating things that matter more than the rush in the calendar page. Just a perfect stillness in an empty stage, a crooked tree and the floorboards cold, the simple beauty that refuses to grow old. They sell nostalgia now on every corner store display, but they forget the quiet grace we threw away. The expectation is so heavy, lined with silk and thread, but the truest warmth was the silence we instead found settled on the living room rug, safe inside a moment like a hand-stitched mug. I can buy perfection now, polished bright and clean, but it doesn't hold the truth of what Christmas used to mean. And it's the hum of that old flawed glow that takes me back 20 years ago. The sapphire string tangled tight since '94, illuminating things that matter more than the rush in the calendar page. Just a perfect stillness in an empty stage, a crooked tree and the floorboards cold, the simple beauty that refuses to grow old. Plug the faulty wire in the wall and listen to the quiet, watching them all flicker once, then steady, soft and deep, just enough light to help the tired heart keep the memory waiting. The sapphire string waiting. Gravel sounds the same beneath the tires. A quarter century of coming home. The frost has framed the window of the kitchen where Mom is stirring something on the stove. I check the oil tank pressure just like Dad taught me. Felt the cold bite through the denim sleeve, and the cedar gate still groans that low familiar key, the only song I truly still believe. The plastic tubs hauled down from the high attic hold ornaments we've watched grow dull with age. There's the one with glue and glitter coming loose now, a fragile title on an early page. We drape the string of lights across the mantle, the same worn chords we swear we'll just replace. But the flicker and the hum are part of the ritual, a perfect flaw in this imperfect place. It's not the postcard snow or ringing chorus, it's just the steady amber of the light that pulls the thread of memory right through us, warming the shadows of the long dark night. We keep the calendar of absence written in the empty chair pushed close against the wall, and we gather close less for the gift that's hidden than for the simple physics of the fall. My sister pours the bitter lukewarm coffee and recounts the year in hurried anxious sighs, the kind of tired conversation you don't stop for, you just meet the moment with your eyes. The tree is leaning slightly to the left now, the angel's wing is bent beyond repair, but we wouldn't dare to fix what time has measured, because the broken bits show who is there. This house demands a quiet kind of reckoning, a steady inventory of the soul. We tried to make the silence feel like shelter before we learned it swallowed us whole. It's hard work, this preservation of a feeling, trying to hold the water in the cup. But every December we return to kneeling to lift the ghost of years that held us up. It's not the postcard snow or ringing chorus, it's just the steady amber of the light that pulls the thread of memory right through us, warming the shadows of the long dark night. We keep the calendar of absence written in the empty chair pushed close against the wall, and we gather close less for the gift that's hidden than for the simple physics of the fall. Just the hiss of logs dissolving into ash now, and the sound of floorboards giving way to age, waiting for the quiet sound of morning to turn the page, to turn the page. The fourth week of December. tired him. Past skeletal trees and empty farms, I've measured out the miles again, and folded maps and crossed off alarms. The thrift store coat, it smells of rain, and stale tobacco from last year's drive. Fighting the needle in the slow lane, just thankful to arrive. The radio plays a worn-out tune about miracles and fresh white snow, but I know we're all chasing the moon in the places we used to know. It's just this old geography, the way the fading paint still holds the frost. We chase the perfect scenery from memories that were halfway lost. We stitch the year back up with thread made from tinsel and worn out wire, until the ghost of who we were instead are gathering round the fire. Third porch step always dips and creaks like a tired confession. In the wood I hear the sound of Dad who speaks the quiet way he always stood. The string lights blink a sickly yellow, hiding the cracks where wallpaper peels, and the silence hangs here thin and hollow, the weight that time reveals. Mom asked if I remembered gloves while stacking cookies in a chip blue tin, and we trade the complicated loves that only family can let sink in. It's just this old geography, the way the fading paint still holds the frost. We chase the perfect scenery from memories that were halfway lost. We stitch the year back up with thread made from tinsel and worn out wire, until the ghost of who we were instead are gathering round the fire. Maybe the magic wasn't in the wrapping or the promise of the fresh new white. Maybe the blessing was just mapping the quiet comfort of the dim low light. It's the simple fact that we endured another season's toll, the simple history carved deep within the soul. It's just this old geography, the way the fading paint still holds the frost. We chase the perfect scenery for memories that were halfway lost. We stitch the year back up with thread made from tinsel and worn out wire, until the ghost of who we were instead are gathering round the fire. The fire shifts down to embers slow. The grandfather clock keeps time we borrowed, waiting until the shadows grow. And we trace this same road back next December. We trace this road back next December. The road home in December. The snow was thin and hard on the interstate shoulder. I drove the last few miles with the heat turned down low, past the skeletal oak trees looking much older than the memory I carried from 10 years ago. I turned the key slow, felt the cold lock give way, and the old house inhaled quiet after the year. That specific silence of the last fading day, just before the ghosts of the season appear. And Then the furnace kicks on with that deep metal sigh. It smells like pine resin and dust, and I start to unpack. Oh, the gravity well of the 25th night, a low burning anchor that holds me in place. I don't come for the gifts or the shimmering light, just the stillness that settles on every known face. We're tracing the lines on the maps we once drew, the static electricity caught in the air. It's not perfect or polished or shiny and new, it's just real and it's heavy and stubbornly there. Mom brought down the silver tinsel from '93. It's knotted and tangled, a fragile gray thread. She said, you remember the year you tried climbing the tree? I laughed, pulling needles from under the bed. The ornaments spill from the shoeboxes worn, and I touched the chip paint on the shepherd I broke. A ritual comfort for souls weather torn, a language of memory only we spoke. I watched Dad adjust the one bulb that went dim. He's moving slower now than he was last time I came. Oh, the gravity well of the 25th night, a low burning anchor that holds me in place. I don't come for the gifts or the shimmering light, just the stillness that settles on every known face. We're tracing the lines on the maps we once drew, the static electricity caught in the air. It's not perfect or polished or shiny and new, it's just real and it's heavy and stubbornly there. We are chasing a feeling we can't quite reclaim, the impossible shape of a childhood gone by, but the ghost of the warmth is enough for the flame. And we gather the pieces beneath the same sky. I used to think magic was pulling a wish from a sleeve. Now I think magic is showing up just as you are, finding a reason to still believe in the quiet reflection beneath one single star. Oh, the gravity well of the 25th night, a low burning anchor that holds me in place. I don't come for the gifts or the shimmering light, just the stillness that settles on every known face. We're tracing the lines on the maps we once drew, the static electricity caught in the air. It's not perfect or polished or shiny and new, it's just real and it's heavy and stubbornly there, stubbornly there beneath the worn floorboards, stubbornly there in the smell of the smoke, the sound of the highway, the unspoken words, the promises silently kept, never broke, just pine resin and dust, waiting for dawn. Pine resin and dust, and the lights are still on. Big box stores are humming, their windows flashing white, but I pull the old sedan up to the porch just after dark. There's a silence in the siding that the asphalt never holds, and a chill that goes much deeper than the December cold. I climbed the attic steps, the air was sharp and fine, it's smelling less like pine needles and more like dust and time. And I searched among the relics, past the moth-eaten things, for the battered cardboard carton that the real memory brings. It's not the choir's perfect pitch or the gold ribbon sheen, just a slow light tangled up in threads of fading green. It's the ritual we built on the kitchen floor laid bare, a 70-watt bulb that proves you were standing there. It's the patience of the waiting in the long winter dark, where every single flicker holds the true electric spark. Grandpa swore these lights were obsolete, a fire hazard bright. He said they drew too much current to burn through the night. And every year we'd find that one dead section deep inside, the string that tested even his methodical pride. We'd poke him with the tester, fingers stiff and numb, waiting for the click and hum that we knew had to come. He'd grumble at the copper, pull his spectacles down low, and suddenly the whole line would begin to glow. It's not the choir's perfect pitch or the gold ribbon sheen, just the slow light tangled up in threads of fading green. It's the ritual we built on the kitchen floor laid bare, a 70-watt bulb that proves you were standing there. It's the patience of the waiting in the long winter dark, where every single flicker holds the true electric spark. And now the box is lighter somehow, lighter in my hand, and the effort is all mine to navigate this land. I plug the whole mess in across the dining room wall and hold my breath for the moment when they refuse to call. I find the dead one first this year and replace the glass dome, and I swear I hear your sigh when the current finds its home. They're burning steady now, a pale and honest haze against the cold outside and the passing of the days. And they don't shine like diamonds or like anything brand new. They just smell like cardboard dust and light up just like you, just like you, just like you. The tangled lights and dust fade out, fade out. The tangled lights and
Found the box in the attic dust, tied up with a rope of fading red. Smelled like old cedar chests and the quiet things my grandfather said. It held the lights that always shorted, the green wire frayed and thin, and a single strand of popcorn, saved from a year we couldn't afford to begin with anything new or polished, just salvaged hope and thrift. That was a Christmas we had less, but somehow found the gift of sitting still and watching the fire burn down to a slow blue coal, while the wind outside sang the song keeping hold of your soul. We built a sanctuary from simple things, from kindling and shared doubt, the scent of pine needles and low winter sun pouring through the kitchen window, cutting the cold out. It wasn't the picture on the card or the silver bell on the door. It was the steady light of knowing what we were grateful for in the quietest hum of the furnace, the year the power kept dipping low. That's the feeling I remember, the only Christmas that truly glowed. My mother strung the dried orange peel, each piece catching the afternoon light. She told us stories of her own lean times, making everything feel right. We drank the thin cocoa and shared one thick blanket on the floor, and listened to old vinyl crackle, singing carols we couldn't ignore. We knew the gifts were cheap and few, wrapped in newspaper, comics and twine, but there was a solemn gravity, a perfect hand-stitched design, of shared exhaustion and simple laughter, the kind that rises slowly pure and makes you understand the blessing of things that are built to endure. We built a sanctuary from simple things, from kindling and shared doubt, the scent of pine needles and low winter sun pouring through the kitchen window, cutting the cold out. It wasn't the picture on the card or the silver bell on the door. It was the steady light of knowing what we were grateful for in the quietest hum of the furnace, the year the power kept dipping low. That's the feeling I remember, the only Christmas that truly glowed. Now I can buy the heavy, perfect wreaths and lights that shine in sequins clean. I have the volume and the spectacle, the perfect package scene. But I catch the scent of cinnamon in the hallway, and the memory hits sharp and true that we didn't know we were rich that year, just holding the dark back for me and you. We found the warmth in the center of things, not on the surface bright and frail. That little house was an anchor then, pulling against the winter gale, just the slow turn of the sun, casting shadows on the floorboards worn, just the sound of the clock ticking, marking the hour we were truly born into understanding, grace built from necessity, strong and slow. The smell of low winter sun 100 winters ago.